What's up, YouTube, Facebook friends? Thanks for checking us out here on Slingin Dirt Media on the YouTube channel. In the shop with Gary, the Cone Killer Engle tonight. Gary, how's it going, man?
Going good.
Man, this has been a long time coming. I've been wanting to do this interview for a long time.
Yeah, I know.
You know, you badger somebody enough, finally they'll get around to it.
Yeah.
So,
True.
Gary, one of the reasons I know we started out, I talked to you a long time ago that I wanted you to be one of my first interviews. Timing just didn't work, but I knew there was going to be a comfort level there. We've known each other a long time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We'll go back to even in the Price Hill days.
The Price Hill days.
Yeah.
I think I was 16 when I got to first start hanging around the shop.
16.
16. Don't forget, you got to sit up close to the mic.
Came back off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I missed the Price Hill. We had a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember sitting on the wall as a kid, and I wasn't old enough to come down. Mom and Dad wouldn't let me go down to the shop yet. It was right next to my aunt and uncle's place, and but I could sit there on the shop or sit there on the wall and look down in the shop. And just there's a race car in there, man. I just want to be down there someday. So finally, they let me come down and hang out, and here we are.
Yeah. So what year was that anyway? Like,
Gosh, that had to be
92 or 93 probably, somewhere around there.
Yeah, that sounds about right, ish. Well, yeah, I graduated high school in '95, so it had to be a few years before that. So
Yeah.
be about right, 92, 93 ish.
Yeah.
Do you remember what car you had then? Probably not.
It was probably a Rayburn car.
Probably a Rayburn car. Yeah, you
Yeah.
got a lot of Rayburn cars back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember if you went to the World 100, you didn't have a Rayburn car, you should stay home.
That's about how it was.
Yeah.
What was Gary's first race car? What was that thing like?
It was a old car. It was a
This was not a Rayburn.
no. Yeah. My first car was I guess it was an old '57 Chevy frame or something.
Really?
Yeah, it had a Camaro body on it.
Okay.
And it was multicolored, green. It was white, purple. It had a bunch of colors.
It was a hoopty.
It was. It was. And but that's just what I started with.
Yeah.
And the number on it was 1.5.
Where did the 1.5 come from?
Well, it was on the car when I got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it came from rolling papers. Is that
Yeah,
where
yeah.
it came from.
Like the old zigzags. and
Zigzag rolling papers. Yeah,
stuff. The 1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So,
that's where it originally came from.
yeah. And back in them days, we didn't have slicker around,
Right.
for stickers. So we just that's what I went with, and I ran it for a while.
Yeah.
And then that's how the 15 came about.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I did the same thing with my first race car. It already had a number on it, and guess what? I just left it on there. I think I pulled the C off of it. It was C18
Oh, yeah?
when I bought it. The guy bought one of your cars. He was moving up from the Super Dirt class. So I'm like, well, he's going to get a late model. I'm going to hop in his Super Dirt and just pull the C off of it and run the 18.
I think I remember that. Was it Yoakum's?
Chris Yoakum.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, his boy works with me now. He works for Jesse Lay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been there. I don't know exactly how long. He's been there for a while now.
Really?
Yeah. Good kid, man. Hard worker.
I haven't seen Chris in a long time.
Yeah. I've seen him on Facebook every now and then.
Yeah.
That's a good dude.
Yeah.
Wish he'd get back in racing or at least come to the track some. I ain't seen him at the track in years.
I know. Yeah, same here.
So how did you go from the street stock, that hoopty? Did you do any sportsman? I mean, you didn't dabble in the modifieds or anything, did you?
No, not at that time. I was working at the Fort. The Fort. It's the power plant down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I had to travel River Road.
Yep.
And every day, working second shift, this guy had a race car sitting in his yard for sale, and I'd drive by and look at it. So one day I just stopped in there and ended up with it, and it was a Howe car.
Okay.
Yeah, which I didn't know one from another back then.
Right.
But it was one that Pat Patrick had driven, and also Bobby Carnes. And that's when I met Bobby Carnes, and he drove it for a little bit. And
Now, he drove for you after you bought it, or did he drive it before you bought it, or a little both?
no, he drove it after I bought it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then I think we wrecked it and ended up getting getting a Rayburn car.
Finally getting something.
Yeah.
Getting up to speed.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good car. It was,
Right.
you know, but it was just the Howe cars was, I guess, going out, and the Rayburn cars was coming in.
Coming in.
For
Yeah,
dirt.
yeah. Well, that'd have been what, early 80s?
Oh yeah, that was 84, 85.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that would have been right after when the Kings bought Florence Speedway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where were you racing at then? A lot of Florence stuff. Some
Yeah. It
Lawrenceburg?
was mostly Florence and Liberty, Whitewater.
Okay.
We go
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Whitewater every Friday night,
Yeah.
and we I think we won a championship there that year.
Really?
Yeah. It was pretty good.
You know, that's a track. That's a name you don't hear much anymore. I mean, I think it's just sitting there. I don't think anybody's running or doing anything with it now.
No, it hasn't been raced for a while.
Yeah, I think somebody's still paying on a lease for it.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
It's just sitting there. Like, well, that kind of
exactly what I
sounds
heard.
dumb, but okay.
Yeah.
So Bobby did some driving for you.
Mm-hmm.
When did you decide? Hey, all right, I'm going. Did you start out in it or?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I mean, I was never. That's the way I wanted it to be, but I never thought I'd let somebody else drive.
Right.
But I was learning, so I learned a lot from that.
Yeah.
And I guess it was 85. It was 85 that we was running Whitewater, and we went to Whitewater. We won the race, and the next day we was going to Eldora for the World 100.
Okay. Taking the car.
Taking a car.
Huh?
Yeah. Well, we had heads, like a bigger set of heads that just came in that day that we left at the shop in Covington. So instead of going from Whitewater straight on up to Eldora, we came back and got the heads. And the next morning, we had an open trailer. So we started tearing the motor down.
Right there.
Put heads on it right there, yeah.
Why
We'd
not?
move 2 or 3 foot, and then you'd have to stop and wait 2 or 3 foot, stop.
Moving with the line
Yeah.
to get in. You're changing heads out in the parking lot.
Yeah. So when we rolled across the racetrack, we only had a short block. So, well, we finally got the heads on there and fired it up, and we ended up making the race.
Right.
Yeah. So it was pretty cool.
So you had the shop in Covington before you moved to the shop in Price Hill.
I did.
What year did you move to Price Hill shop?
Oh,
Any idea?
well, if you was sitting there hanging off the wall,
But see, you might not have been there though, because
Oh.
somebody else had a race car in there
Okay.
before you did, didn't they?
I would say, Ralph was, I met him in 87, I think. And
Yeah.
that was, of course, his shop. So,
That would have been about right.
yeah, probably in the 90s.
Yeah.
I was there for 16 years.
Wow, it was a
16
long
years
time.
before I came here. Yeah.
And that was it seemed like a little shop, but man, there were times we had 2 cars in there and getting after it.
Exactly. Yeah. I think we might even had 3 in there at one time.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Because actually, Dan and me, we built bodies. And, we'd have a customer car come in there, plus I had my own stuff, and
Yeah.
plus the brake. And
Brake.
I
and
don't know how
tools
we
and
did it.
all the other necessities that go along with the
Exactly.
racing. Tires stacked to the ceiling.
Yeah.
So I remember the shop. The shop was down below, and then up top there was a 3 or 4 bays of storage units up above it.
Yeah. And Uncle Paul had a couple of those.
Uncle Paul,
Yep.
Man, and he had them full.
He did. He sure did.
So it was my dad's uncle, and he was I don't know how you say pack rat, but yeah, he would go to the auctions on the weekends and just buy something whether he needed it or not. It
Exactly.
just caught his eye and he's like, oh, I can get the whole box for $5. So he just buy 2 boxes.
Yeah, if there was like a tool we didn't have in our shop, you could always ask him. He always had it.
Yeah,
I got one
some.
somewhere.
Yeah, he's got one somewhere. He just
Somewhere.
gotta
He'd
find
always
a way
find
to
it.
get in there to it. Gosh. I remember you had a Warrior car for a while too.
I did.
Yeah. I still got a picture of the blue Warrior car had the chrome decking and everything in it. Still got one of those hanging up in my garage.
That was an 01.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I brought it back, Earnhardt was killed that next day. Because we just got it back, and
we watched the race in your shop.
yeah, okay, you remember that?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was 01.
Stevie was there, and I think Dan was there. I think Ralph was there too, maybe.
He might have been, yeah.
Yeah. We just had us a Daytona party there. We had a few had a few adult beverage parties
Probably
there.
I don't remember that part of it.
No, yeah. It was all Kool-Aid and cookies and potato chips.
Yeah.
Yeah. So mostly had Rayburn stuff. You had a Warrior car. Went to go back to a Rayburn after that. Do you remember?
Well, actually, the way I came about with that Warrior car is I'd ordered a new car from Rayburn, and I needed it like in a couple of weeks to go to the cavalcade.
Mm-hmm.
So in between all that, CJ has his winter party. I don't remember if it was a Thanksgiving party or it was probably later on, like around Christmas or what. But CJ comes to me. He's like, me and Warrior have been talking, and we're going to do a team deal. So he said, can you just get your car from them? Well, hell, I need it right now.
If they can get it to me tomorrow, sure.
Yeah, but it all worked out real good. I got the very first one they ever built. It was
Rayburn Direct car.
Rayburn Direct car.
Rayburn Direct.
Yeah.
I think we got
it actually came before the Warrior car that we just talked about.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a good car.
You were painting some chassis for Sandy Goddard. And then when he started becoming Sanford, yeah. Then he became a Rayburn dealer, started building some Rayburn Direct cars.
He did.
Even though they were not directly from Rayburn.
I don't know how they came up with that name.
Right. It would be like a Rayburn indirect, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But it was a real good car.
Yep.
That's how I started with Warrior. So then I think the following year is when they ended up getting one of their own cars. Warrior car.
I remember us taking that thing down to Mudlick a few times.
Which one?
The Rayburn Direct car.
Oh, we did?
Yeah. There was I think you won a couple things down there. Might have been some heat races, maybe a feature down there or something.
Mm-hmm. I remember a fast car dash we won. We had problems with the brakes, and the guys was working on the brakes. They took the pedal out for some reason, and they come hollering up, "Oh, we got to go run the dash." So the pedal and the master cylinder, they had it in the trailer. So we won the dash.
Because you didn't have any brakes.
I didn't even have a pedal in the car. But I haven't been there in a while, but they say nowadays you don't need a pedal.
Really?
Well, back then you really needed it.
Yeah,
It was a 6-car dash, I guess, six lap. So.
Gary, I think you're better without the brake pedal. Do you remember coming home from Warrior one time down Jellicoe? Went in the truck and trailer and snowy and didn't have any brakes in the truck.
Well, I don't remember. Which truck was this?
This was the old dually you had, the Chevy dually, the crew cab dually, the white enclosed trailer they had. So we were just coming back, picking up one of the cars down at Warrior. Coming down Jellicoe, and it started snowing when we left. So it was just bad. Weather was bad. Everything on the road was in the ditch. One side there was nothing moving on the road except for us going down Jellicoe. You're just over here pumping away at the brakes, and they're just going to the floor the whole time, and we're going side to side on the road, truck and trailer and everything. I think the only reason we didn't end up in ditch because you didn't have any brakes.
Well, if it was snowing that much, shouldn't have been on the brakes anyway.
No, we wasn't. I think we were just.
I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, we was just at a nice steady coast down the hill.
I remember one time when you said we had racing radios when we was going to Mudlick.
Yeah.
And we was running late, and you was out front with a radio.
Was this a truck driver?
Yeah, huh?
Was this a truck driver deal going down the highway?
You was like, you was telling me when I could pass. And come on, you can go ahead and pass this one. Okay. Well, I'd get around him. Then one time it was like, yeah, go ahead and pass. Well, I'm looking at a truck, an 18-wheeler coming straight at me. Oh, wow.
I don't remember this one.
You don't remember that one?
Selectively, I'm forgetting that one.
Yeah.
One
Well, I was passing where I wasn't supposed to be passing, but it all worked out.
Yeah. I think we had a passing deal that we shouldn't have been passing coming home from Mudlick, too.
That was on the way there.
Well, no, there was a different one with my dad. He was driving his pickup truck, and he decided he was going to be cute. We're in the dually coming back on the AA. And out of nowhere, Dad comes passing us in the emergency lane. You can hear the rocks and everything pinging. He's down the emergency lane and passed us right up, got over in front of you. I'm like, what in the world? What was that for? And then you look down and it's like, Well, if he's going to pass me, at least go faster. He wasn't going no faster where he was, so then you got back over the emergency lane and passed him back with the truck and trailer and everything.
I don't remember it, but yeah, that was probably a lot of fun.
It was a good thing there wasn't any cars sitting there. I don't think we had any options at that point.
Yeah, I guess we was lucky moving in.
Yeah. We'll take luck sometimes.
Yeah.
So, fast forward a little bit. You moved the shop over here. Then you've had some drivers for you since then.
Since I've been here, yeah.
Since you've been here, yeah. Because I think you did most all the driving at the Price Hill shop. Then you came over here, and you've had a series of drivers.
One year I had 9.
And so,
9 in 1 year.
9 in 1 year.
Yeah.
Talk about got a vacant
I think
seat.
I included myself, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 in 1 year.
Wow.
Yeah.
We kidded around back when I was younger. We always called the GVS car. After Freddie got out of it, they went through a series of drivers too. The GVS, so we named that the got a vacant seat ride because they always had a different driver. No, they were changing drivers like gym shoes, man. So you've had some drivers, won some races. Some drivers have in your stuff.
Yeah.
Some Moeller, some Florence.
Yeah. Lake Cumberland, Ponderosa.
Yeah.
Yeah. We won a few. I can't remember how many. It was hard to keep track.
I remember Chin driving for you for a while.
Oh yeah.
And Greg Johnson.
Greg, yeah.
Greg did some driving. Who else did you have? Scott James, didn't he drive a couple times?
Yeah, he did. He drove about a half a season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would that have been the year you had like 9 or something maybe?
No, I don't think that was the year. It was probably before that.
Yeah. I just seen one of your former drivers coming out of retirement.
Who's that?
The Wild Man, Dan Sleeper.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. He just got a car put together. Looks good looking car.
Yeah.
Red and white, and it's got the the 9 with the flames in the numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Good looking car.
That's cool.
Yeah, we'll dig some pictures up on that and throw that in here too.
Is that recent? I mean,
Like within the last day or so.
oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him. I talked to him like early in the season, but that's the last time I talked to him.
Yeah.
His car owner actually wrecked the car that he was going to drive, so he didn't get to drive. So they ended up selling it.
Hate when that happens.
Yeah.
How does your car owner wreck the car? You're driving.
Yeah, that's what he told me.
Huh.
Yeah, I just can't think of all the drivers I had. Vern Lefevre's drove.
Yeah. Vern drove. Yeah, he drove the green car.
Yeah.
You guys, that was a good looking car.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of the green, that was a pretty color.
Well, we got the green car right here,
you
too.
got the green car right here.
Yeah, that was Hoghead. Yeah, I like that car. As a matter of fact, I still got that one. That's in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen some body panels outside before I came in.
That actually came off of that one.
Come off of that car right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, it did.
You might have to auction some of those off, man. Somebody probably be wanting those.
I thought about just putting it back on there.
Put it back on and run it.
Yeah.
Hey, times are rough, man.
Yeah.
Prices are going up on stuff.
Yeah.
Vinyl ain't cheap.
Then we got that one up on top up there.
Yeah.
James was the last one that drove it. It's been sitting up there for it'll be 2 years this weekend.
Really?
Well, we lowered it down one time just to pull the motor out of it, and we pushed it back up. But it's been right there.
Been
2
there
years.
ever since.
Yeah. 2 years. That was 2020, the fall 50.
Right.
Yeah.
So you guys won a pretty big race earlier this year.
Oh, we did.
You did. Tell us about that one.
It's right there.
That's right there.
It was like we pulled in there in Circle City. It was like we all hated that place. What the hell are we doing here?
Yeah.
So we start deep in the pack and worked on tires all day, getting new tires ready, and at the last second put on used tires. And I don't remember where we started, but it was right there at the end. He kept coming on, and it's like, we're going to win this race.
This was meant to be.
Oh yeah. This is my buddy CJ.
Right.
Yeah.
Now this was the first CJ Rayburn Memorial at Circle
the
City.
very first one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was a good win.
I think
We celebrated that one pretty good. It was on the next day was a work day for everybody, but I don't know if anybody went to work.
It might have been a recoup day, maybe.
Yeah, I know I didn't go to work.
Right.
Yeah, but that was an awesome win.
So how is work? How's the painting business going? Busy?
Yeah, covered up right now. It'll slow down, as it gets colder. But
Right.
Yeah.
It seems like most trades right now, everything's busy as could be, and can't get a whole lot of help, so they're just
Right.
making it even worse. This is busier.
Yep, good help's hard to find.
Yep.
I got dog back.
Got dog back?
Dog's back for a minute.
Dog's back. All right.
For a minute.
Maybe that'll step production up a little bit.
What was that, dog? I can't see you over there.
Dog's hiding behind the light so you can't see him.
Yeah.
So what all you guys got planned for next year?
Yeah. I don't know. We
through
haven't
this
even.
year.
Yeah. We got. I guess we got 4 more races this year.
4, okay.
4. Yeah.
We got 2 coming up this weekend.
Right.
Is it 2
Moeller
or
tomorrow in Florence.
Yep.
And then we got 2 at Richmond next weekend, which Friday and Saturday.
Right.
Yep. And we're leading points there.
Nice.
It'd be nice to win that one.
Yeah. I think
get
they're
the
all nice.
championship.
They're all nice to win. But
Yeah.
championship would be awesome to wrap that up.
Yeah.
So does Gary Engle have a favorite track, driving or just to go to?
Florence Speedway is my
Florence.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat sometimes.
It is. It's
sometimes.
Always. Yeah. I remember years ago I would try to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Then get there like, what the hell did I come here for?
Yeah. I just
You can't-
remember always being at the end of the night. God, why did we come here? Or can we go back to Florence now? Or,
Yeah.
It always made you appreciate it.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I would pick Florence over any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's we get spoiled there.
I know. Yeah. I mean, we've had some bad times there at Florence, but that's all about it. It's just part of it.
Part of racing.
Yep.
Take the good with the bad. Don't always go your way, but sometimes it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys had a little bit of fortune at a race at Moeller this year too, with the late race caution just happened to work out for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of different, but
Yeah. So sometimes you have those go the other way too, because I think you
true.
told me you lost one like that the year before.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, but it was still. I mean, it was a good win.
Yeah.
When the white flag comes out and you're running second, and you think, well, we're going to finish second.
Well, yeah, we're settled in now. This is what we got, boys.
Yeah. And then the caution comes out, and then the next thing you know,
You got to
we
win.
got to win. Yeah.
Good deal.
So hopefully we go back and get us one tomorrow.
There you go.
That'll be 2 at Moeller
2 at the Moho.
and the Moho. Yeah. But the big one, we need to get that one at Florence.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
That'd be a nice way to finish off the year.
Yeah, it would be.
I've heard a couple names. I don't know who else is going to be there, but I've heard a couple of names who's going to be there.
Well, it doesn't matter. We just
Yeah.
beat them all.
You beat them all. It don't matter. Right.
Yeah,
I think James can get it done.
I can. He can do it. He can do it. I know he
James is a pretty good wheelman you got right now.
can. Yeah, he is.
He's knocking them down and putting them out, ain't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Yeah. They got a good little program. Him and his brother Josh. They got some good stuff going on.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Yep. Tell us about your sponsors you got rolling on right now. I know you've had the Quality Electrostatic. That's your painting business.
Yep.
You've
Quality.
had that's been on every car that I ever remember.
I didn't even put it on there.
Really?
Just fill space,
You wanted
You
people
didn't have
to
enough
pay the bill.
sponsors. Yeah, we just put this in there. But Air Max,
Yeah.
they're really great.
Yeah. Robert, Joey, good people.
Yeah, they are.
Yep.
Yeah. Hopefully, I haven't talked to them, but hope they can make the race this weekend.
Right.
1 or 2 of them.
Yeah, I'd say this is probably the fall has got to be either a season that's for them either winding down from the summer or gearing up for winter.
Yeah.
I know that guy works some crazy hours at times.
Oh yeah.
But-
We got the chain locker, and who else we got? We got our steering buddy, Pearl.
Yeah. You've had some good help over the years.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
We've done good.
Yep. Good deal.
And Rocket, of course. Rocket helps us, James out pretty good.
XR1.
XR1, yep.
Yep. Same thing, probably same car next year or anything new or anything? Any changes?
This one is new.
This one is new.
Yeah.
This one rolled out. What was the first race on this one?
North-south.
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 So, yeah, it don't have a whole lot on it then.
No, I don't. And we haven't raced in 3 weeks. We haven't done nothing since Brownstown.
Really?
Yeah, or has that been 4 weeks? 3 or 4?
I don't know. I can't count.
It's been a
anymore.
minute.
I don't get paid to count, so it's not my job.
Yeah.
That's somebody else's problem.
Yeah.
So what's Gary like in the off season when there's not racing or car to get ready for this week? What's Gary like in the off season?
Well, we don't really get one.
Just busy working and getting ready for the next one.
Yeah. Well, we're going to Vegas in November for that race. We're just going out to watch. And,
Yeah, that'll be a good time.
yeah, we'll do that one. Then soon as we get back for that, then a couple weeks later, got the Dome.
Are you taking the car or are you just going to watch?
Going to watch.
All right.
Yeah. Then we could do the Dome first week of December. That's 3 days. And PRI show. And,
Yeah.
yeah. Then you got Christmas. And in January, we usually go to Volusia in January. Then we get like a week and a half break. Then we go back for speed weeks.
And go to East Bay.
Yeah. Then we get that over with. We're ready to start here.
Ready to start at it. So there's not a lot of downtime, and it's pretty much racing.
Yeah.
Work and racing.
Yeah. A lot of work.
A lot of work and a little bit of racing in the off season.
Yeah.
Huh.
Lots of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, Gary, it's been a good, quick little talk with you. I'm glad to finally get this one and get it on camera. Anything else you need to mention before we sign off?
Not as I can think of.
Huh.
We'll get James started and see what.
We'll get James on here.
Yeah, I don't hear him working on anything over there.
He's being awful quiet back here. He must be taking a break or taking a nap.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm glad we finally got this together and got to do this.
Yeah, me too. I've had a lot of people have actually asked for you and for James. I mean, I constantly got a lot of people like, hey, what about this guy? Hey, what about that guy? And there's a pretty decent following that do like the older retired generation, the drivers that aren't active anymore. It's like, man, we want to hear some of the stories, from back in the day, So it's good to get a few of those stories on there.
Yeah. Like my memory's bad. I can't remember a lot of it. But I've had fun doing it. This is I guess 40 years.
40 years.
40. Yeah, I started in 82.
Ouch, that's a long time.
82. Yep.
Daggone. It put me about 5 years old. 82. Yep.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Deal. Well, Gary, thanks, man. Appreciate you coming on.
Okay.
We'll sign off for throw the checkered flag on this episode of Slingin Dirt Media with the Gary the Cone Killer, Engle, here on Slingin Dirt Media, and we'll see you at the track. Thanks.